Soul player, are you feeling down? Are you bad at the game? Do you lose every time you get it? Well, what's the solution for you? Try the R9 shotgun with drag. Get broken. All you have to do is shoot. No, it's necessary. If someone's on the street, anywhere on the street, just close your eyes and shoot. You'll kill them every time. Scared in the dark? No worries. The traffic from the light up the dark corner. This gun was designed typically to people who sit with the game. You see, shotguns are typically close-range weapons in video games, but Infinity Ward said, "Dad, we're gonna let you set people on fire across the room while you need part of that."
少女前線
Dude, let me put it this way: if you suck at the game, it will make you good.
指揮官、今日の作戦指示まだいただいてません。私はいつでも行けますよ。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。612着任しました。ただ指揮官、ただいま。あの子たちったら出かけるのがそんなに珍しいの？ただいま、ご主人様。早く褒めてりって無事帰ってきたわ。指揮官、出かけるわよ。張り切っていきましょう。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。少女前線。私はいつでも行けますよ。 を安心させられる。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。 の感覚だけが私を安心させられる。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。
の花びらが風もなく揺れてたら僕のため息のせいだ覚えてないけどきっとそうさ日常の闇にくるまり自由に縛られて君と夢を見た眩しさで自分の顔をまともに覗けなくなった汚れた僕の鏡で映せるたった一つの偽物じゃない光君は僕の光ねじれた鎧を脱いで旅に出たカタツムリ雨にその身を打たれてすり減るけど戻らないぜ街の蜃楼からまた吐き出されたやっぱりブカブカのつま先が邪魔だから頼ってごまかしたいけどどんな靴を履いてても歩けば僕の足跡立ち止まればそれまで僕が終わる印はない
この感覚だけが私を安心させられる。
When I step onto the stage, see the curtain raise. I'm a parent. I've got someone to play. All the crowd are in the seats, looking straight at me for an answer. They just get what they see. They applaud in the ushers, locking the door till the matinee. So I get to know the cast, though it doesn't last. I'm a pro, but I won't take it too far. Now I know I shouldn't get comfy on the set. Every time it all comes down in the end. That's the truth that the stage school doesn't teach you, but it's good to know. It takes much more than just learning a script. You see, you gotta take the part and believe it. Oh, I sometimes make up all of my lines on the spot, but I will always give what I got. I thought I was only acting, but I felt exactly like it was all for real. I sure didn't know it had so, but then a rehearsal could show you how to be inside. What you gotta hide, when to pick your pride, when to realize you.
最近は接近戦の訓練を強化した。
ギター様、お買い物をしてくれないと私の稼ぎがなくなりますわ。指揮官、今日の作戦指示
Por lo generalmente me gusta. Vamos a ver que esté lo 10 bien. Ya esté agarrando mi voz, al parecer sí. Ya lo está bien. Ok. Vamos a ver acá. Por lo generalmente me gusta. Ok. Si se ve bien, se escucha bien. Novedad, bla bla bla. Entendido, bla bla. Gestionar. Configurar. Por lo generalmente me gusta poner el stream aquí y acá pongo videos, algo, no sé, para que me guste, para hacer ruido. El problema es que ahorita no tengo qué poner para hacer ruido. The more necessary woman to put in the iPhone commercial were honest. One more run. ATN League benchmarks. Necesito otro monitor. Pude haber comprado uno y no lo hice. ¿Qué mató a MySpace? Me acuerdo cuando se madre. Vamos a ver qué pedo con ese gossip.
Jeremy here from the quartering, and ooh-wee! It would appear that Pokimane has a bit of a 25-page Google document problem, various text messages, and other manipulation claims to answer for. Now, of course, because Pokimane is the golden one, not one single major media outlet has covered this. Even Deserto, which basically just covers streamer drama, has refused to cover this. Not a single article on Kotaku, not a single article on Polygon, not a single article on IGN about how, at least allegedly, Pokimane was emotionally manipulative towards certain members of her house, and then turns out she's basically not a very good person. I'm not going to go and read through the entire. Our 25-page document. Instead, I will boil it down for you and share a little bit about what I think. And because it's a Pokimane video, and we all know how much she loves sponsors, look at all these awesome Cyberpunk displays behind me. I had the Mandalorian up before. They have literally everything, and they have a massive special offer for you, which is available only through the link in the pinned comment below. Check it out. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Displate, one of the longest running sponsors on this channel. You see the art displayed on my set. In fact, this month, I just upped my collection with a bunch of new Mandalorian designs. I've got a bunch. I decided to go with the matte finish. They have various finishes that you can get. but these are high quality prints on metal that you can magnetically mount to your wall with ease. No holes, no fuss. You can change them out. I have a huge collection of them. I swap them in, I swap them out. You can use multiple small ones to create large murals. They have various sizes. They have prints from Cyberpunk, South Park, World of Warcraft, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, The Witcher, Cyberpunk, Arsenal. So many different options, and I absolutely love working with them. They love you all so much that they've given me an amazing discount. You get 34% off if you purchase 1 to 2 disc plates, 38% off if you purchase 3 to 4 of them, and a whopping 42% off if you buy 5 or more disc plates. Picking up your disc plate not only supports the channel and supports a channel sponsor, but it gets awesome art up on your wall. Pick up your disc plates today. They make a great gift for someone you love or for yourself. Hey, it's just a great deal, and it goes directly to supporting the channel, each one of your purchases. So I hope you'll pick up some disc plates today. Lord knows we're all inside a little bit more than we want to be lately. Might as well make those walls look cool. Now, Fedmeister, I don't really follow like a bunch of millionaire streamers' stupid petty drama. I point at it and laugh. Like, I don't care about Dixie D'Amelio and her 100 million TikTok bot followers. I don't care. Now, if there's something funny to meme on, well, then I'll get involved. There was a 25-page document published that paints Pokimane in a very unflattering light, including text message leaks and much more. It starts off by saying, hey guys, it's been a while, about 2 months now. I know a lot of you are angry, sad, and disappointed, and you certainly have the right to be. I did some bad things and then went unchecked for a very long time. After some very low moments, I'm in a better place now. I've been seeing a really good therapist nearly twice a week, and per their suggestion, I'm taking time away from all social media. I've used this time to distance myself and reflect. Throughout this time, I've been staying completely sober and plan to continue to do so. Just in general, though, I'm really trying to improve myself as a person, and I honestly feel like I've really made good progress. Well, I'm happy for you, Fedmeister. I don't know you, but hey, working on yourself is always interesting. Throughout the entirety of my absence, I've been doing therapy to address everything that happened. Over the course of that time, I learned a lot about myself and hidden issues. To summarize, I'm very fearful of confrontation, and mostly the unknown. That makes you normal. I'd often make mistakes and choose to suppress it rather than confront it. This can cause me to hide things, blah, 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 blah. I need to increase my comfortability with the unknown. Another thing I learned is that my desire for intimacy, more like companionship, when I get comfortable with people, I often push these boundaries. And when I'm consuming, this feels amplified. My actions surrounding Yvonne and Lily fit into these categories, and I can't begin to explain how sorry I am for him. So essentially, all this entire document, he isn't really denying a lot of his behavior, but what he is doing is making Pokimane look terrible. After my time away from everything, I decided to watch streams that were made about me. Watching Poki talk about all the things I've done with zero context as to the nature of our relationship hurt me pretty bad. I definitely did some questionable things and broke her trust. But there are claims she makes about me, Yvonne, and I, and just friends and herself that are either false, twisting the truth, or misconstrued. I'm going to address these claims as well as giving context to mostly everything that was mentioned in her stream, since I feel very important and personal to me. Essentially, what he talks about is Pokimane led him on. You see the Folky thing started as a joke. When I made a picture of me and Poki, my phone background, she sarcastically suggested that I did it. During the trip, Poki and I got really close. A lot of good moments came from the trip. It felt like a honeymoon phase of getting to know somebody, and that's pretty much what it was. Blah, blah, blah. And then he has all these tweets that are, how do I say, more than friends. That's how it reads, of course. You know, March 28th, we had an honest conversation about the direction we were heading, and she brought up some notable problems. One, that we live together, and that could be a problem if things didn't work out. 2, we are board members, own equity for the company we work for, and there are various other issues. In April and May, pretty much the same as March, except we were traveling a lot. We texted and FaceTimed a lot. She would send messages like, I miss you, and refer to me as Honey Bun, or randomly call me cute, and we would still have sleepovers. Like, we're obviously acting coupley here, and whenever we're apart, we FaceTime. I super felt like we were disregarding the conversation we had in March and just kind of going with the flow. Obviously, I'm excited about this because I liked her enough that I wanted to try and be exclusive, and you can see all of the receipts provided here. Now, ultimately, you see here, Fedmeister claims Pokimane manipulated him, reveals details of the relationship in a lengthy statement. Former Offline TV member Fedmeister recently issued a lengthy and revelatory statement online against Pokimane. He has claimed that the Twitch star manipulated and fabricated an entire narrative against him. In the 25-page statement titled My Truth, Fedmeister threw light on the complicated relationship with Pokimane and how their closeness often became a strain on their friendship. In another significant revelation, Fedmeister stated that it was Pokimane who wanted fellow Offline TV member Yvonne removed from the house. He also shared incriminating DMs between them, substantiating that claim. The statement goes into detail, touching on several aspects of his rocky relationship with Pokimane and its consequent effect on his own life as an offline TV content creator. Considering that it's 25 pages long, he summed up the crux of the statement in a TLDR, which he revealed that Pokimane used him as a scapegoat. This is in the document, way at the bottom. If you really love drama and you're a fan of Pokimane or Fedmeister, you probably enjoy these more. But I just love when phonies get exposed. By the way, smash like if you dislike phonies. And hey, I cover everything. I mean, I talked about Jordan B. Peterson today. I've got 2 videos on Cyberpunk today. I've got an update about Pokimane and PewDiePie and DMCA. I hope that at least a few of these topics will be interesting to you, and if they are, there's a red subscribe button right below the video, and I hope that you'll click it now because, well, it's basically the only way you'll ever find my videos, and I'm pushing hard to reach 1 million by the end of the year, so I hope today I will earn yours. TLDR. I want to defend myself where possible, just giving context to things where I feel like it's necessary for my peace. I'm sober and in therapy. I've learned a lot about myself and my issues. I'm working very hard to address what causes these issues. My relationship with Pokimane was a lot more complicated than quote, we were just close. I didn't try to manipulate our friends to get them to hate Poki. Pokimane's friendships with just friends was professional, and she used me as a scapegoat for not forming friendships with them. She isolated herself from them. I told some people that we had a thing, and I felt like I was being honest. However, it was wrong because I broke her trust and privacy. I never tried to get Yvonne fired because of an incident between us, but Poki later does for other reasons. I would also like to add, I've made similar statements for others, not Yvonne or Lily, and these statements include apologies but also dispute some claims they made on their streams, while not offering explanations from my point of view. Currently, I have not decided whether or not to post them. Ultimately what this is, entitled rich kids being entitled rich kids. Pokimane, in my opinion, when you look at all these text messages, of course, led Fedmeister on. Now, this is why it has always been my opinion that guys and girls can't be friends. It's very, very, very difficult because one of them ends up catching feelings for the others. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be friends. I'm just saying it's extraordinarily difficult. And I'm not saying men don't do this because I guarantee they do, but I have had many male friends strung along by females to get them to do things or to be there for them when they're lonely, only to toss them aside when they find a new boyfriend. I have several of friends who have gone through this with the same girl. I try to tell them, but sometimes guys enter these type of relationships willingly and allow themselves to be taken advantage of at the hope of maybe being able to seal the deal. And it's really an ultimately sad situation when feelings develop and they aren't, shared. But I mean, he offers all of the receipts. We FaceTimed in the morning, and the next day I inadvertently called her babe. While I might have been around people in the Airbnb, she called me out on using that language like that in front of people, saying she'd be worried about seeming too coupley in front of the others before we actually were. And we're a delicate, part of a delicate gossip-ridden scene. She wouldn't say things like, I feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little bit more before being ready to commit, and that we should date around. For me, this came out of left field, and I felt pretty stupid. I was hurt by it, much around, because I wasn't even remotely interested in anyone else, and I was investing so much time and energy into her in general. I was trying to be understanding, but it brought up a lot of insecurities and notions of not being good enough. For both of us, emotions always made things so complicated. Well, that's everybody. I wish I was better at navigating them earlier. Now, to me, yes, in my opinion, I don't care for Pokimane. I can't deny her hustle or her success. She's worth more money than I probably ever will be, and you can't take that away from her. But to me, this feels like Pokimane took advantage of Fedmeister for emotional support when she wanted it, and he caught feelings for her, which happens. Now, that doesn't exclude him from guilt of putting himself in that own situation, but I really feel that way with you too, but I want to make sure an honest feeling and not just a feeling of habit. Either way, don't worry about it. We'll talk more tomorrow. We don't need to figure out everything out immediately. I really got to go to sleep. This is after her basically saying, I do feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little bit more, maybe date around or something. Chilling for now. I do think you are wonderful though, but you know how I feel about it. You still want to date around, just so I understand it correctly. She says, I feel like we should. And then he says, damn, all right. She goes, you don't think we should? You don't think you should too? As much as I enjoy being with you, as comforting as it is, seems a little rushed after our pasts. Maybe you've gotten to date around once more than me, with other people. I won't mention their names. And again, taking that step is a very big deal. Working with our working sisters. And honestly, that is a fair, that's a fair thing. You really shouldn't be dipping your pen in company ink. It's just a recipe for disaster. But if you read through a lot of these text messages, essentially Pokimane talks to him like a boyfriend, leads him on, and then acts all surprised when he catches feelings for her. Now, of course, Keemstar puts out, Pokimane is not a good person. And you see a lot of the replies here. 25 pages, right? I'm not very interested in reading all of them either. Essentially, Fed is sorry, but Pokimane made him look worse than he actually was. Him and her had an on and off relationship. He liked her a lot. She wasn't too sure if she wanted to be exclusive. He was too public with it. She didn't like that. Lots of Poki issues, lots of Fed issues. Good night. Essentially, that's basically it. And it's not a great situation. I mean, Destiny spoke about it a little bit. Let's see what he has to say.
What you wrote in chat made me blushy. Hungry. Nice. I'm still embarrassed, by the way. Decided I'll never close my door ever again, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you're saying I could just walk in right now? I don't think you know what I mean then. I think I might have to come in so you can elaborate what I'm talking about. Never mind. Haha. If you must. Literally locked. Oops. Debated. That's unfortunate. Haha. I feel like I
So essentially, again,
can sense your frustration. Check again. Holy yikes. We got some big go symbols. We've got some big signals coming from Poki saying you are cleared for takeoff.
Yeah. So Pokimane led him on, obviously. Pokimane didn't invent leading people on. Men do it, women do it. But I think that this actually does a decent job of applying some context to why Fed might have felt the way he did. It can be traced back to when Fedmeister was one of the prominent members of the famous content creation house Offline TV. That wasn't until 2020 when he was removed after fellow members Yvonne and Lily Pichu leveled claims of bad behavior against him. This was also elaborated upon by Pokimane, who eventually expressed that their complicated relationship with Fedmeister was one of the main reasons for leaving the Offline TV house. He substantiated all of his claims by providing ample screenshots and their DMs in a statement. Earlier this year, Pokimane also shared her side of the story related to Yvonne and Lily's initial statements about Fedmeister in a detailed YouTube video. At one particular juncture in the video, she says that it was Fed who used to complain about how Yvonne was lazy and not working enough. However, in a recent statement in the section titled Me Working with Yvonne, Fedmeister revealed that it was actually Pokimane who wanted Yvonne fired, and he explains in detail along with screenshots. Yeah, so here you go. So you're telling me Pokimane invited Fed to sleep in her bed, among other things, told her her door was always open, just to turn face and out him for being too spicy a few months later? Right. Another W for women in gaming. Precisely. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not surprised to see that the Listen and Believe generation gave Pokey the benefit of the doubt here, but she certainly isn't the good person she claims to be. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Okay, so we go to a hotel, but I can stay still in yours, but also I can stay in mine because you know if you don't respond, then I'm gonna. Oh my god! Oh. I'm sorry. Oh my god. This is like. Oh my god. This is so fucking brutal. And he lives with her, dude. This is like the worst thing that you can do to somebody. Holy shit. Pokey doesn't like it because she doesn't really like... It seems like Pokey doesn't want Yvonne to be... From Pokey's perspective here is, Yvonne is trying to have her cake and eat it too. Yvonne can either live in the house and do her work like she's supposed to, not be lazy, or she can go leave and be a content creator and f*** off. Fed seems happy that they reached a compromise. Hey, she wants to move out, still manage offline TV, and stream and do League. Introduction and apology. Hey guys, it's been a while. It's been about 2 months now. I know a lot of you are angry, sad, and disappointed, and you certainly have the right to be. I did some shitty things, and they went unchecked for a long time. After some very low moments, I'm in a better place now. I've been seeing a really good therapist nearly twice a week, and as per his suggestion, taking time away from all social media. I've used this time to distance myself and reflect. Throughout this time, I've been staying completely sober, plan to continue doing so. Just in general though, I'm really trying to improve myself as a person, and I honestly feel like I've already made progress. But I know it is not my place to be the judge. I'm taking this all very seriously. Throughout the entirety of my absence, I've been doing therapy addressing everything that happened. Over the course of that time, I learned a lot about myself and my hidden issues. To summarize, I'm very fearful of confrontation and mostly the unknown. I'd often make a mistake and choose to suppress it rather than confront it. This can cause me to hide things and hurt a lot of people in the process. The thing is, life is full of unknowns, and I can't play as a bystander when it comes to the consequences of my actions. I need to increase my comfortability with the unknown. Another thing I learned more about is my desire for intimacy. Not sexual, more like companionship. When I get comfortable with people, I have to push these boundaries, and then when I'm drunk, this feeling is amplified. I never mean any harm or have any sorts of malicious intent, but I have certainly made people feel uncomfortable. There's a lot of memes we got already going on. Firstly, I'm not even sure what the fuck we're talking about yet. We're getting to it, being pretty vague. So we start off with the, I'm trying to improve myself, take me seriously, guys. I even stopped drinking, blah, blah, blah. We got those memes down. Then we've got kind of excusing our behavior. Hold on, guys. I know some of this looked weird. Listen, it wasn't meant to be sexual. I just like to be close to people, okay? I sympathize a little bit. I like intimacy as well. But that's sexual, boys. But you don't have to make people feel uncomfortable with it. Okay. Here we go. My actions surrounding Yvonne and Lily fit into those categories, and I can't begin to explain how sorry I am for hurting them and ultimately jeopardizing our relationships. The consequences of my actions towards them have been miserable but appropriate. Every day I wake up and recall how nice it was being surrounded by loving friends and how stupid I was to let my actions betray their trust. I deserved it though. These actions had to have consequences. I just want to say first that this has nothing to... See, typoed here. I just want to say that this has nothing to do with me coming back to streaming. After a tremendous amount of thought and therapy, I'm here to shed some light and give a timeline on my side of things since it has now become a public matter. I've already apologized to Yvonne and Lily privately, and this statement will in no way contradict their stories. Instead, the purpose is to address the individuals that I believe are twisting the truth for their own benefit. For my own health, I can no longer stay silent. Ooh. As a behind the memes thing, something that I've heard circulating, supposedly, Fed was working on a bomb to expose some people. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. One thing, so it's a little bit mean for me to say this in the context of the Fed stuff. We haven't read the whole statement, so maybe Fed isn't like being a manipulative person. One thing though, there's like, here's something that people do that you should be aware of sometimes. I guess this is mainly advice for girls, but could apply to guys too. So sometimes what people will do if they know that you're uncomfortable with something is, let's say that this green box, let's say that this represents acceptable interactions or acceptable ways to behave with somebody. And let's say that this red box is unacceptable ways to behave with somebody, okay? Unacceptable interactions, okay? If that's the case, sometimes what people do is people will do, so we don't really know 100% where an action is because we don't know the intentions of an action. So sometimes what people will do is they'll do an action that will fall like maybe like this, where it could be okay and it might not be okay. All right. And what people will do is people will flirt between these lines. And if you have a positive interpretation, then they'll make it clear that this is what they intended. And if you have a negative experience, they'll back up and say, oh no, this is what I intended. This can be very gaslighty. So let me give you an example of this. Let's say that me and Peach are hanging out playing Minecraft. And let's say that I walk up to Peach and I just fucking slap her fucking ass. I just go, bam, just smack her ass, right? Well, this is a bad example because that would pretty clearly be over the line. So I'll put this like down here, right? But very clearly, this is like an incredibly sexual, like over the boundary or whatever, assuming we don't have this relationship, right? This would be a big thing, right? And then let's say she's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? Then what I say is, oh shit, hold on, bro. That wasn't supposed to be anything like bad. I was just joshing around, dude. I'm sorry, I won't do that again, right? In reality, even though it felt like the behavior was somewhere in here, the person's like, oh, just kidding. I'm actually up here, right? When people do this kind of behavior constantly, it leaves people feeling very mind-fucked. When somebody is constantly pushing boundaries with you, but it doesn't seem like maybe they aren't. Oh, I can think of a really, really good example of this, actually. I'm sorry, my example was really nuclear. Nuclear? Fuck, I can't believe I just said that. Nuclear. I'm talking to people say nuclear. Here's a way better example, okay? Let's say that you work in an office space with women, and every single time you pass a woman, instead of it being like a man, where you'd say like, oh, excuse me, hold on, coming through. Let's say instead, every time you do it, you put your hand on her lower back, and you're just like, oh, hold on, let me come through here. Or maybe even you put a hand around each side of their waist. Oh, hold on, let me come through here, right? This is a behavior that's innocuous enough to where if a woman called you out, you're like, what's wrong with you? I'm just trying to get through. I'm not doing anything bad at all. Like, Jesus, like I'm way up here, right? Whereas if she was like flirty about it, you'd be like, I'll touch you anytime you want, blah, 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 right? Stuff like this. These types of behaviors that can be anywhere are very mind-fucky to people because you never know if the person doing it is like trying to push your boundary. So one, it's bad because you don't know what the intentions are, but more importantly, two, it makes it very, very hard for you to set boundaries because what's gonna happen is at some point you're gonna tell somebody, hey, please don't do that, and they're gonna make you feel like a crazy bitch for it, right? They're gonna like, hey, can you please not touch me when you like go by? It's like, what the fuck? Nobody minds when I do it. Like, nobody else is complaining about it. It's like, I'm not doing anything inappropriate. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you interpret that as being sexual? Like, I think you have the problem. I think you're the one that's sexualizing everything. Hold on, like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm just like getting past you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? It will make you feel like you're being like a frigid, crazy fucking person after a while. This is just like a, this is like a thing that people do. They'll do some behavior that can be in any of these areas. If you react playfully or encouragingly, they'll bring it down here to where it's more like physical. But if you act in a negative way, then they'll be like, oh, whoa, hold on. I was just like, chill, okay? Just something to, something to keep in mind with this. Did you shut down the YouTube stream? Yeah, I had to because my shit was lagging too much all night. Everybody was complaining about it, so I shut it off. So typically, if you're flirting with somebody, if you want to move down here, ask. This is such a good thing. It's so good to just ask. Or rather, let's say that you want to do something like this that could be interpreted this way, but you actually do mean it to be up here, just ask somebody. So an example for me personally, right? If I'm doing drugs, I'm usually very physical. I'm a very, very physical person. Not even necessarily in a sexual way. But like if I'm with somebody, I'm not just gonna start like putting my hands all over them. Generally I'll be like, hey, is it okay if I touch you? Like, or is it okay if I hold your hand? Or is it okay if I like touch your arm? Like, I'm not trying to do anything like weird or sexual. Like, I'm just trying to like, is it okay if I do this or whatever? Usually I'll just ask to like make it clear that like, I know that I'm doing this, like to make the other person aware that you might be like violating a boundary. Like, sometimes it's good to just say that. Cause then you remove all the bullshit. They know exactly where you're at. They know exactly where you're like, yeah, it's just a good thing to ask. And then you remove all the ambiguity and doubt. And the other person doesn't know if you're like trying to be fucky, if you're like trying to move in here and you're not saying anything, right? Sorry, okay. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to arm you with that concept before we jump into this, all right? My actions surrounding Yvonne and Lily fit into those categories. I can't begin to explain how sorry I am for hurting them and ultimately jeopardizing our relationships. The consequences of my actions towards them have been miserable but appropriate. Every day I wake up and recall how nice it was being surrounded by loving friends and how stupid it was to let my actions betray their trust. I deserved it though. These actions had to have consequences. I just want to say first that this has nothing to do with me coming back to stream it. We already got all this. Okay, here we go. All right. Who is this? This is about Fedmeister. Is there a way to call that type of action out without sounding crazy, the type of action you just described? It's really hard. You just have to like set like a physical boundary. There is one way that you can do it, but it's highly confrontational. Like if you want to do that, so I don't know if I could do this, but if you want to be really obnoxious, you can just be very, you can be very like, almost like unbelievable, right? Okay, let me give an explanation. Let's say somebody walks by you and they do the thing where they touch you when they're walking by. Just be like, whoa, why are you touching me like that? If you just say stuff like that, or like, let's say somebody makes like a sexist joke and you're like, whoa, wait, why would you joke about women like that? Like if you just say stuff like that, like in a very like obnoxious kind of way, like you can make the other person feel like really, really, really fucking defensive really quickly. If you do stuff like that, usually people will fuck off. That's like one way that you can, but so the guy walks by and she's like, whoa, excuse me, why are you touching me? Usually it puts the other person in a way more like defensive position rather than you being like apologetic about it. But okay. The purpose. After my time away from everything, I decided to watch the streams that were made about me. Watching Pokey, talk about all the things I've done with little to zero context as to the nature of our relationship hurt me pretty bad.
Meow.
Meow. I definitely did some questionable things and broke her trust.
Destiny, I got banned for saying real quick. I was trying to say go through the text messages of screen before deciding if you want to stream them.
Okay, I gotta pause these.
Long time fan. Have money.
I definitely did some questionable things and broke her trust, but there are some claims she makes about me, Yvonne and I, just friends and herself, that are either false, twisting the truth, or misconstrued. I'm going to be addressing these claims as well as giving context to mostly everything that was mentioned on her stream, since I feel that it is very important and personal to me. My relationship with Pokey. This Pokey thing all started as a joke. When I made a picture of me and Pokey, my phone background, she had sarcastically suggested that I do it and see what kind of reaction from the community we'd get. I laughed and I did it anyway, just for fun. Obviously the public started to pick up on it more and more, and then this all escalated when the Taiwan trip happened. During the Taiwan trip, Pokey and I got really close. A lot of good moments came from that trip. It felt like the honeymoon phase of getting to know someone, and that's what it was. This was the first time we talked and looked at each other differently. We discussed some pretty personal things like work ethic, drive, and dreams. It's really cool. And then on stream, we would do our thing. We weren't at all playing it up for content, at least I wasn't. We came back from Taiwan, and that kind of energy between us continued on and off stream. We started to have breakfast and dinner together every day. We became very flirty through text. Okay, I'll look. I changed your name on my phone to Fetty. I want Foky Ice or Fetty Ice or just Fetty. Foky Ice. What are these screenshots? Cancerous as fuck. Oh my god, you're into it, you're feeling it. Pokey, your eyes a little stop, glittery, and you effing look at him like in adoration. Oh, are these texts to other people? Holy Christ, this is hard to read. But I'm assuming this is between her and somebody else. So what you wrote in chat made me blushy, hungry. Nice, I'm still embarrassed by the way to said I'll never close my door ever again, if you know what I mean. So you're saying I could just walk in right now? Hey, I don't think you know what I mean then, heh. I think I might have to come in so you can elaborate. What I'm talking about, never mind, haha, if you must. Literally locked, oops, debated, that's unfortunate, haha. I feel like I can sense your frustration, check again. Holy yikes, we got some big go symbols. We've got some big signals coming from Pokey saying you are cleared for takeoff. Wrong emoji, so quiet over there. LOL, I got lost in thought. Can you legit hear everything? Oh my god, lost in thought. Yeah, I haven't started taking care of myself, you know. Holy shit! Wait, this is like some fucking like, yikes. Damn, wow, this is really personal. Oh my god, okay. Holy fuck, we've got like full-on fucking sexting going on over here. Jesus. Holy shit. We got references to digital penetration and oral copulation. Is that a real thing, you think? Oh my god. We became very flirty, especially through text. Started having occasional sleepovers, and just in general, we're definitely heading in a romantic direction. Tried to wait for you, but I have an interview at 11 a.m., so I gotta go to sleep soon. We watch another time. Rip Thomas. Wanna watch one right now? Real quick? Sorry, I promised Lily I'd play a little Fortnite. It's okay, I don't want to interrupt. Frowny face. 3 a.m. Fuck my life. Fuck you, Tammy. Sorry she woke you. I just woke up. I'm too hot. Gonna sleep in my room. I was gonna ask if I could come with, but is okay. Good night. Sorry. Good night. You can come with next time. Okay. Oh, man. Whew. It was pretty obvious to our friends and roommates something was going on, but no one really asked about it. There was the occasional ex-roommate walking in without knocking and seeing us cuddling in bed watching Law & Order on my laptop. I would think to myself, man, this is the dream. Really connecting with someone that understands the world I'm a part of, and she's super ambitious, hilarious, and meticulous about so many things in her life. She's a very inspiring person to this day, and despite everything, I still hold true to those beliefs, so I tried everything in my power to not fuck it up. Spoiler, I did. So before we get too far in and Fed fucks things up, I think one thing that I mentioned in the last bit of all this was it does seem a little fucked up that Pokey kind of kept Fed on a string, maybe? But I didn't have, even when I was like more in that friend group, I didn't like know what was going on behind the scenes 100%, so I like, it's possible that maybe there was something I didn't understand. That's kind of what it felt like, but okay. The texts shown throughout are obviously just a small glimpse. Oh, also real quick, anything that I say about any of these people, just my personal observations, regardless of whether or not I have had or have not had conversations with other OTV members, none of what I say reflects any of their viewpoints, just to be super clear on that. The texts shown throughout this are obviously just a small glimpse into our relationship, only chosen to show specific context that was never given. Of course, the majority of interactions were in person, and a lot were FaceTime. Oh, and these were the texts I think that we already seen. In March of 2018, we had an honest discussion about the direction we were heading, and she brought up some notable problems. A, that we live together could be a problem if things didn't work out. B, that we are board members / own equity of the company that we work for. This could be a conflict of interest and could get nasty if things didn't work out between us. It was perfectly legal, but it's more of something that could be a future problem. The conclusion we came to was to slow down and not spend as much time together because things were escalating very fast, and if we're going to say, fuck it, let's just date, we needed to be sure. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed, but agreed that we definitely spend way too much time together, and it's a little dangerous, especially for something that could cause major future issues. Well, things changed for maybe a couple days, but we started talking again, except things were slightly toned down. Typically, if I would hear this from somebody, I would expect that that person is probably not interested. It might not be the case, not 100%, I know that if I'm interested in somebody, there is no fucking way that I would let something this dumb come between us. But if I'm interested in somebody, I'll do whatever it takes for me to like have that person in my life. I'm not gonna like, oh, I don't want a conflict of interest because we're equity owners. I don't give a fuck. I would sell my, or I don't know. I guess maybe it'd be a really big deal too, but yeah, I don't know. The idea that this would like prevent me from romantically pursuing somebody, that's inconceivable to me. But okay. Things changed for maybe a couple days. We started talking again, except things were slightly toned down. April of May of 2018. Pretty much the same as March, except she was traveling a lot. We texted and FaceTimed a lot. She would send me messages like, I miss you, and refer to me as Honey Bun Heart, or randomly call me cute. We would still have sleepovers, like we're obviously acting coupley here. Thanks for always taking care of me, by the way. Yeah, apparently he was going to IRL and chill at McDonald's overnight and then get on his flight. He's too troll, and I always will. Time is your flight in 25 mins. Sorry if I'm ever super extra. Just really love making you feel good / happy. TT, why do you like that? I just do. You're often stressing about things, and even if you aren't, I love helping in any way I can because it puts less weight on you. It just feels right. Thanks, Fed. I'm lucky to have you in my life. I hope I can help you as well. We're taking off. Talk to you later. Oof. This feels a little bit... cold. But maybe not. This feels to me like a lot colder than those earlier texts. Holy shit. Have a nice flight. Don't sleep on some random shoulder. Drink water. Fed, yes. Fed, yes. You cute. No, you. Respond, I'm here. We made it. Hope your flight is going. I'll miss you. Phone dead LML. Oh, Honey Bun. I'll miss you too. Fetty, I'll be back soon. Don't worry. This feels a little bit more flirty. 413. 18. Oh, I'm trying to get that. Some of these dates are weird, but okay. It's colder, but not that colder. I can see how someone would miss this. Well, yeah, if I was still trying with a girl and I got messages like this, like I'd still be trying because this is still like pretty close, but yeah. Honey wants to sleep over. That cool with you? Sorry, but not tonight. Tomorrow's a big day. As much as I want to sleep over with both honeys. Wow. You have your passport? Yeah. Do you miss me already? Ooh, yes. Oof. I don't know. We're starting to get mixed. Starting to get mixed messages. It starts from the bottom and goes up. How is that mixed? This right here, how can I, why? Hold on, this is a feeling I get. I have to, I think these might be the newest messages of the lot. 4/18, 4/8/18. Are these American dates? So is this like the 4th of the 8th month, or? Oh, no. This is the 4th month, the 8th day. This is American dates. Jesus fucking Christ. We feel it too? Okay, you guys feel it too. Compared to previous, yeah. Like, the other messages were like full on like, fuck me fam. These messages are like, oh, I'm so glad that you're in my life. Like, thank you very much, you know? Like, it just feels a little bit more professional. I don't know why. I'm trying to think of how I would phrase it differently, but... I don't know. We can come back. I don't want to like, yeah. It's a vibe. But, okay. Whenever we're apart, we FaceTime. I super felt like we were disregarding the conversation we had in March and kind of just going with the flow. Obviously, I'm excited about this because by this time, I liked her enough that I wanted to try and be serious and exclusive. So the diagnosis so far, and I'm working on very fucking limited information, okay? This is so limited. Keep this in mind. I could be wrong on all of this. But it feels like they had that conversation and Pokey was not interested in Fed anymore and actually did try to back up. So what it sounds like is she wasn't interested in Fed anymore. So then she gave kind of like bullshit reason like, oh, we're equity holders in the same business. Wouldn't that be awkward if things went bad? Because if you really like somebody, this shit is never getting in your way, especially people as wealthy as these two people. It's not going to stop you, right? So she gave that as reason. And then she actually did back off, but then Fed kind of like misread it And now she's moved from being like very fucking like flirty / sexual into like, oh, just like, oh, I'm glad you're in my life. Like, thanks a lot. I'm taking off. Like, bye, you know, right? That's what it feels like. That's just the reading I have so far. Could be wrong. Okay. So maybe Fed missed those signals. So EDC 2018, and it's a large music festival in May, came around, and I was roommates with Josh. This isn't his name, but for anonymity, we'll just call him Josh, at our Airbnb. Of course, it was pretty obvious to him that I was texting Pokey a lot, as well as FaceTiming her. He hadn't said a single thing about it yet, and it certainly already looked like something might have been going on to him. At some point, he asked me about us, and I said, there's something going on, yeah. And he didn't believe it, I think, so I asked our manager, I wonder if he didn't believe it because Pokey said something different to him. And he didn't believe it, I think, so I asked our manager. Me, Pokey, Josh all shared the same manager at the time. She was well aware of how close me and Pokey were. And I asked her, you know about me and Pokey, right? And she confirmed it. She was also at the EDC house with us. So in my mind, it felt like I was being honest, but it was one of my first major mistakes. Good morning, best pick ever. Oh my god, you're into it, you're feeling it, close your eyes, well, stop, glitter, and you effing look at him like in adoration. I need our manager to stop. This was an older one, right? This was back in February. January. Oh my god, dude, the different American dates and everything. January, February. No. This is March 2nd, right? This was in March, right? March 2nd. Holy shit. And then, like, this text was in April. Yes, okay. Yep, okay, gotcha. All right. Pokey is a very private person, especially with relationship stuff, and I definitely crossed the line here. My answer was ambiguous enough that it was implied that we were dating to a degree. I never thought, is there a correct way to answer this while respecting her privacy? Nope, I got really excited and blew it. Just so we're on the same page, this wasn't an attempt to cockblock anyone. I thought I was being honest, but it was wrong. In my eyes, this was all I did wrong. I break her trust. It was never a manipulation tactic like she claims or anything like that. I was excited about it, overshared, and broke her trust. So my guess is that, okay, it feels like Fed thinks that they're still moving in that direction, but Pokey has switched to being like pretty friendly, and he kind of like missed those signals. That's what it sounds like happened. You missed the part. I don't think I missed anything. I'm reading all of it.
Hello everyone, it's Air here. For the newcomers watching this video, welcome to Girls Spotlight. In this video, I'll attempt to give you guys an efficient starter guide.
I super felt like we were just going to conversation in March and kind of going with the flow. Obviously, I'm excited about this because by this time, I liked her enough that I wanted to try and be serious / exclusive. Okay, I don't know if I'm relevant. Okay. We FaceTimed in the morning the next day, and I inadvertently called her babe while I might have been around people in the Airbnb. Playing VR horror games right now. Lameo, she seems drunk. Haha, she said she was terrified heading home. Okie dokie. I don't even want to talk to you. I'm FOMOing too hard. Honestly, I'd give up a lot to be back there with you right now. That's just me though. This is cool, but not anything crazy. Pokey Joe squads right now without Fed. Anyways, don't say that. You know you want to be there and you'll have fun. Oh god! Oh, I feel so bad. Oh no! So, okay, so here, let's just look at like this. Let's just look at this interaction real quick. Oh fuck, I'm so sorry. Also, I want to be super clear here. I'm like very critical when I talk about other people's relationship related stuff. These people are all incredibly fucking young, okay? At this point in time, Pokey and Fed are probably what, 20, 22 years old? I think Pokey might be like 21 when in 2018 when these conversations are happening, and Fed is like probably around the same age. Everybody here is like very, very, very young, okay? So like, let's just say like, honestly, I'd give up a lot to be back there with you right now. That's just me though. This is cool, but not anything crazy, right? So like, what are you conveying here, okay? I really just want to be with you right now. I don't even care about being around these other people. I just want to spend time with you because you're very special. You're very important to me, right? That's what you're trying to convey here. Even though I'm in like this fun event where other people might think you're trying to signal to the other person, right? Like, hey, you were very special to me. I don't care that I'm here right now. I'd rather be with you, right? And you're looking for some type of reciprocation back in that response. And the way that she like, kind of like diffuses that onto a group. So if I was like, Lily, I really just want to play League with you right now. And then Lily was like, oh my God, yeah, we could be having so much fun playing ranked 5s, couldn't we? Right? It's like, oh, right? That's what it feels like, right? You're like, oh, you know? So having that like diffused into like a group, like, oh yeah, like playing all the squads or whatever, without Fed, I don't know, feels bad. And then like, I'm sure you're having fun. Like, don't worry about it. Instead of more of the reciprocation of like, oh yeah, like I kind of wish you were here with me too, but like, you know, hopefully you're having fun, right? This is so much like of a, damn. That's the read there. Yeah, sorry. I wish I could join. Yeah, I want to be there, but I'm just being honest when I say if I had to choose between going to EDC versus coming with you, EDC is my life. And now Fed is trying to like push again. Like, listen, he's being pretty clearish here, I think. If I was a girl or if I was another person, I would like, yeah, I want to be here, but I'm just being honest with you when I said I have to choose between coming with you, right? He's like trying to like, he's not trying to say this is like, hey, I'm not talking about like playing fucking Fortnite. I'm not trying to play any dumb shit. Like, Fed is being like pretty upfront here, like pretty obvious. And then not getting a response back. So, without being too harshing on either side, Pokey should probably be a little bit more clear here when she's like, hey, listen, I appreciate that, but like, remember a conversation? Because it's pretty clear here that like, if you really liked somebody, this was a message that you would have 100% hooked onto really hard, okay? If fucking Mr. Mooten sent me a message like that, my response would be like, oh my God, I want to cuddle with you so much too, Mr. Mooten. We can go watch your shaving VOD together. We're gonna have so much fun, right? You would respond, you would hook onto this. Like, this is the type of like bait that you dangle, and if the other person really likes you, they're gonna grab onto that. It's like, oh yeah, like I want to do that too, 100%, right? This is, yeah. Okay. Waiting. Hey, I'm ready. Yay, you won. I wonder if I can call you and watch at the same time. I think so. Just go on Wi-Fi. Fed, quick question. Yes, what's up? Are you calling me baby in front of others? No, I'm surprised you're calling me baby at all. Oh no. Sorry if it bothers you. That's my favorite pet name, and it is boyfriend restricted. It's cute, but just feels right. I worry if we be acting too gay. Let me go. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know if I can show these DMs on stream because this is a bloodbath. This is a bloodbath. So, this is the point. This is a line drawn if I've ever seen one. I think we drew the line earlier, but like now we're at like Fed is not seeing the signals, or he might be, but he is not believing them, right? If I was like super desperate for a girl, I might just like fuck it, we're just gonna fucking keep dropping the hints. Maybe we're misreading. Because the thing is that like when you're in fed state of mind right now, okay, you're fucking in love with this person and you felt it with them at one point. They really liked you at one point, which that seemed to be the case. And when you, it's kind of like coming down from MDMA, I guess. When you start to lose that feeling, you're not really ready to let go. It's not like a mushroom or LSD trip. It's like an MDMA trip. You want to take more. You want to like keep fucking doing it. You can't. So Fed is in a really, our boy's in a rough spot right now. Whew. And reasonably, Pokey should be way more firm here. She is super dangling a string in front of him, which is really fucked up. But sorry, I'll stop. It's okay, just you're only allowed like 2 a week, like an allowance. Ha 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 ha. Like, oh, this is so fucking horrible. Oh no. Hold on. Someone in chat said this isn't on Pokey, in my opinion. No. Bullshit. Leading people on is ultra super fucked up. I think it is absolutely unacceptable behavior, and I will put, you want my real nuclear fucking take? I will put leading somebody on, I will put that up there very close to like unwanted physical contact or like lesser forms of like sexual assault. I think it is one of the worst things you can do to somebody. It is very, and in some cases worse. We'll take the Aniline here. It is so, I don't know if guys do it to girls as much. No, they do. I'm sure they do. But like having somebody like lead you on like this, I don't want to say like this because maybe it's not having fun. I'm totally burning my Pokey bridge. If you're watching, if you ever watch any part of this, come on. I love you. You're a great person. I don't mean this to sound so hard. And this was a long time ago, okay? I'm sure you're not like this anymore. Okay. But this leading somebody on is like it's like the worst thing you can do to a human being. I had this in high school. I'm sure a lot of guys or girls have felt this before. Having somebody lead you on or dangle a string in front of you when like it's never gonna happen is like such a horrible, horrible, horrible thing to experience. But also, she's really young here too. She's like 20, so people fuck up. I'm lucky to have you, someone who accepts me as a whole. All of you, every little bit. Notice how she's not responding to the sexual innuendos at all anymore, whereas earlier she was, right? Like, colon asterisk. I'm gonna try and stay up till 4. I don't know how possible this will be. I'm already so tired. Why? EDC is 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monka S. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be sleeping real soon. Haha, I know, hon. I could pass out in like 5 seconds right now. ZZZ, good night. I'm here. Why is romance so complicated? Sigh. Oh no! Boys suck. What's so complicated? Everything. If you'd like me to give you space, I can do that. Hello, you're fine. Only thing I worry about with you is seeming too coupling in front of others where we actually are. It's a delicate and gossip-ridden scene, you feel me? Yeah, outside the house, I always try to be discreet slash private. Ooh, well this here, she makes it sound hardcore, like she's leaning back into it. Maybe? I can't tell. Oh, my mind is so fucked right now. Oh my god. Wait, holy shit. I'm getting a whiplash. I'm back in it now. We have our sight set, target locked. Because now it sounds like we have a clear path. The landing pad is seen. Okay. But even to our friends, it's even more confusing to them. I don't know how to manage that or how I feel about it. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to handle all of that. Depends on how private you want to be. Are you tired? I don't know how much you want to talk about this stuff. Oh, sorry, hon, didn't see. But yeah, I want to be very private until we make the jump. Then I don't give a fuck. But I feel like that's not decided. So things get awkward sometimes. What's not decided? Making the jump or when they're going to make it? Yeah, I know what you mean. Gonna be honest, and maybe I don't see the whole picture. This whole situation makes me Monka S hard. Go on. From what I can tell, he obviously wants... Wait. Oh, they were gonna talk. He's talking about the other guy, I think. He obviously wants to flirt with you. I think they might be talking about another guy there. Oh, but he posted the wrong picture. Fuck! I do feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little bit more before being ready to commit. Maybe date around or something. I don't know. Chillin' for now. I do think you're wonderful, though, but you know how I feel about it all. I want dates on these. I wish we could see the dates. We could follow the timeline more. You still want to date around, just so I understand correctly. I feel like I should. Damn, all right. Notice how she's not trying to accept responsibility for the decision. Rather than, like, So I feel, again, so going back here, it's more like, hey, like, I don't want to date you. Boom. But instead it's like, well, shouldn't we date around? Like, shouldn't I date more? Like, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. Like, okay, so do you want to? Well, I feel like I should. No, just own it. Okay. Damn, all right. Don't you think you should too? Right? Now trying to make it so that it feels like he's making the decision. Don't you think you should date around? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, good. Yeah, you're right. Right? As much as I enjoy being with you and as comforting as it is, it seems a little rushed after our pasts. Maybe you've gotten to date around more than me with Shelby and whoever else, but for me, I don't know. And again, taking that step with you is a big, big deal. With work and living sitch, it's really hard for me to figure out what the right move is, but I don't know. We can sit on it some more. I'm too weak for this combo right now. Our frowning face. Got the week to figure it out. Weak. Fed is like very, very, very... The level of emotional investment from Fed here is like 110%. I don't know. I care about you a lot, so yeah, this hurts to hear. I'm not interested in anyone else. I feel like I'm at home with you. Fed is talking like a person that is like, I don't want to say like in love, but like is super like there, and she's like totally not. I feel that way with you too, but I want to make sure it's an honest feeling and not a feeling of habit, if that makes sense. Either way, don't worry about it. We'll talk more tomorrow. Don't need to figure everything out immediately. I really got to sleep though. I'll talk to you sometime tomorrow. Really don't worry. Oh my god, these messages are so bad, dude. Oh shit. She's like, what is the feeling? It's like a fucking, this is like a mushroom trip, dude. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god. Fed is getting mind fucked right now. Holy shit.
Oh my god, ahora tengo que instalar un pinche.
対馬の降ることを記したこたびは人知れぬ戦いを語らん残虐で恐ろしき変化が民を脅かしておる助けを請う者の声に導かれクロードが冥府よりよみがえるもうコモダの浜に降り立ちしとき恐ろしき鬼どもをあまた島へと解き放った鬼は投げすら持たず人を食らう化け物しかして対馬のクロードたちが立ち上がるクロード一人のみというものもあるがまことは4人なり1人目は侍と号するクロード誉れ一族故郷のため刃を振るうつわものだクロードは恐れを知らずいかなる苦境にも立ち向かう
Tsushima Bronze. Okay. 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 Sekai. Display aquí no tengo HDR. Ok, está bien. Controls performance, better frame rate. Ok. Show the globe. Yes. Yes. Receive default. Todo bien aquí. Voy a tener que hacer un primer save phone primero antes de seguirlo.
Okay. そして守りこれを知らねば戦には勝てん防ぐことのできぬ攻撃もあるが動きを見極めて回避すれば恐れることはないクロードが扱う暗具の一つは敵の動きを止める苦内槍が相手であろうと鍛錬を積めば破れることはない神の癒しを得るべくクロードは太鼓を打ち鳴らした 侍は太刀をより代にして神の力を借り受けることで相手の命取れるようになる。侍の道を極めれば目にも止まらぬ勢いで敵を切り伏せられよう。クロードであろうと勝利の喜びはひとしおだ。だが思い言葉ではなく仕草で表す。
ハチの錆となれ。かたじけない。侍
にとっての宝は誉れ、そして主。こうした勇ましき者の英雄譚は後の世まで語り継がれることだろう。弓取りは弓を得意とするクロード。遠く離れたところより狙いすました一本の矢で鬼を成敗する。クロードは人知をはるかに超える技を持つと信じられている。五感を研ぎ澄ますことで遠くから敵の居所を探ることができると。ひとたび高いところを制すれば容赦なく敵の頭上に矢の雨を降らせられよう。敵のむくろから道具が手に入ることはある。クロードは尋常ならず速さで崖を登ることすらできる。戦の最中では島中の百姓も武家もクロードの働きに望みをかけている。そして貢ぎ物を置く者も現れた。弓取りはさまざまな矢を使い分け敵を仕留めることができる。例えば鎧をうがつ鋭い矢、そして火の神の力が込められた不思議な矢。さらに竹三日月が作ったという矢には敵をしびれさせる力がある。
驚いただろ。
心を澄ますと敵の頭へと飛び立つ何本もの矢を一度に放てる。遠くから狙いすます弓取りと異なり、視覚は音もなく敵に忍び寄り瞬く間に命を摘み取る。視覚はさながら夜の影。誉れを行く道を捨て敵を欺く怨行を身につけた。
Como el pequeño tutorial de cada una de las clases.
クロードは草むらに身を隠し、姿を見せるのは敵を葬る時のみ。背後から近づき、ささやくがごとく静かに命を奪う。屋根から屋根へと素早く移り、万兵の目をかいくぐる。鍵縄を用いて軽やかに行く様は風に運ばれているかのようだ。綱のような細い足場すら難なく渡ってしまう。全ては一つのうちもなく、狙った者に視覚の特技は姿を消して目には見えぬ霊魂となり、瞬く間に敵を闇討ちすることだ。
Se calculan con el tiempo.そして奥義は闇に身を潜める死の神となること。雷のごとき速さで敵を切り捨てる。闇ガラス。その場にあるものを生かし隠れ殺めるという兵術を編み出したとで畏敬の念を集め、そして最後のクロードも他に劣らぬ働きを成したる勇者。対馬の民と少量のため太刀を振るった浪人だ。浪人は味方の傷を癒し、さらには死者をよみがえらせたという。クロードたちは仲間と力を合わせ、多くを語らず策を練る。
来い。
ついといて。
仲間が倒れたとて決して捨ておい大事な地に印をつければ仲間もたどりやすくなるだろう。浪人は獣の式神を呼び出して加勢を命じられる。
武を構えろ。浪人に主はおらずとも孤独に戦うわけではない。倒れた者がいれば不思議な力で傷を癒す。 貴様めの言い訳！
クロードは力を合わせ故郷を脅かす猛猟に立ち向かう。猛虎の勢が海と浜とを踏みにじる音に鬼が目を覚まし対馬の村々を襲った。山からはあやかしが下り、古の墓所からは恐るべき怨霊がよみがえる。対馬はかつてないほど英雄を求めた。さあ、わしの語りを聞いてくれ。後の世にこの話を伝えるために知られざるクロードの帰還を。
El Ronnie, me gusta Samurai. Bueno, vamos a ver Samurai primero. Pero podré cambiarlo después. Espero.
クロードが残した数々の手柄、その一つをお話ししましょう。
Gain additional ranks. Eso lo puedo desbloquear. Ok. Vamos a hacer lo de las actualizaciones primero porque va a ser un dolor de cabeza luego. ¿Quién tiene verdad?
Welcome to the show. Can I get a tech news?
Tech news.
Come on, let's raise the roof.
Tech news.
Sony's PlayStation 5 is apparently outperforming the Xbox Series X in some cases, despite early speculation to the contrary, based on the Series X being rated for 12 teraflops compared to the PS5's measly 10.28 teraflops. Right? Digital Foundry's testing found that in Devil May Cry 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, let's just add more post titles. Anyway, Microsoft's new powerhouse takes a slight lead in 4K and ray tracing performance, but in the high frame rate mode, the PS5 achieves as much as 40 more frames per second than the Series X. Turns out, there's more to life than flopping. Really? Is there more to life than flopping? That's just what I do. But hey, you know what? Maybe that's just fine, because the new Xbones apparently are super good at emulating retro games. And as an app developer going by Tunip3 found out by exploiting a loophole in the Xbox app distribution system to download RetroArch. And when Halo Infinite comes out, well, the Xbox Series X will run that one way better than PS5.
Infinitely better.
So, Gamers have had a real tough time getting their hands on the new releases lately, but it's hard to tell how much of our frustration to place on companies having low stock and buggy servers, or scalpers buying up all the inventory. Well, an investigation by Business Insider has explored just how bad the scalping situation is. One UK-based group called Crep Chief Notify, heck of a name, managed to secure almost 3,500 PS5 consoles, holy crap, between its 12 staff members. This group also offers subscription services that help other people use bots to scalp in-demand products like consoles or Yeezys. Do people still desire Yeezys? Is that a thing?
Yes.
I feel like I've outgrown the meme, and the meme just came back. And anyway, that's why I'm never able to cop the latest drop. Wow, if I knew actively making people's lives worse was so lucrative, I would have subscribed to Crep Chief Notify ages ago. Now I can't say that with a straight face. I don't like making people's lives worse. And Vulkan, the open source graphics API, has received full ray tracing support, according to the API's developer Kronos Group. The addition makes Vulkan the first cross-vendor, cross-platform standard to support the feature, meaning games that use it could use ray tracing on basically any piece of hardware, whether it's from Nvidia, AMD, Intel, Sony. The reason this is cool is because now that Nvidia and AMD hardware support ray tracing, we're starting to see games that support ray tracing exclusively on Team Red or Team Green. Cyberpunk's 2077's ray tracing will only work with Nvidia cards at launch, while Godfall will only look extra glorious on AMD.
This is so cool.
It's the coolest! Vulkan hasn't seen super widespread adoption yet.
Tiene sentido, pero pues tengo una 2060 y aún no sé si le voy a sacar todo el provecho. Tengo una 2060, perdón, que compré en 2019 y ni siquiera tengo el control completo, si puedo hacer ray tracing, no lo saco el jugo. Y quiero actualizarme a una computadora de como más de $1,500. Tal vez comprar una 2070, una 3080, no más porque puedo, no lo sé. Y tengo que actualizar tarjeta madre, procesador, mínimo eso. Porque el enfriador sí está muy bueno. No tengo problemas con esto. Desamor. Sí. ¿Qué juego tengo? Ah, tengo Tsushima. Juegos de noviembre. Ese sí es cierto, ya sacó noviembre. Bestia. Y yo aquí perdiendo el tiempo. Bueno, yo creo que aquí lo voy a dejar ya con el stream. Porque quiero bañarme. Quiero tirar hueva. Más que nada. Pero me dio gusto un rato nada más. 2 horas. No es mucho. No es como que me voy a dedicar a esto. Pero es divertido, la verdad, a veces. Nada más me relaja un poco. Eso, aunque nada más tengo 2 suscriptores. O sea, no me molesta. Pero ahorita estoy como las cosas. O sea, no lo hago por hobby. No lo hago, como lo menciono, para dedicarme a esto. Si tengo 50 suscriptores, 10 suscriptores, serán bienvenidos. Y tendrán mi pinche voz cagándoles el palo siempre. Pero, hasta la próxima.